turquoise done in a gorgeously colorful and modern way in this pair of earrings. So these are sterling silver. We no longer have the 14 karat gold plated option available. We have only the sterling silver available in this pair of earrings. These are new. We started with almost 300 and we have now 4 dozen remaining. This price, if there's any remaining, will go up at the end of the day. So now is the time. You've seen how wildly popular these have been. We only have one option remaining, but it is a gorgeous one in that sterling silver. Now, of course, it is going to match beautifully back. This pair will match beautifully back to the ring that we just gave you a look at, where you do get that same sort of half halo of that sterling silver that you're getting. And this in the sterling silver is available and also in the earrings. So if you wanted both, you would get those for $106 on an easy payment. But the earrings themselves on an easy pay are $56 to bring them home. So Caroline, such a beautiful pop, and that gorgeous mix of that polished sterling silver and then that beautiful Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
I know. When you first put these on a few minutes ago, I was just like staring because they look so good.
Yeah.
They really show up. Turquoise is a color that is flattering on absolutely everyone. It's such a welcome pop of color. And like you said the half halo, exactly right. We've semi-bezeled the stone, and I think it is a really great design choice. You know, you can see that high polished metal just along the top and along the bottom of the setting there, and had we bezeled the whole thing, it would have much more of a weight to it, right? It allows for this lightness, both in, you know, actual weight and in the design, that is simply stunning. And I love how we have, you know, giving you that jump ring there that connects it to the hoop, because it allows for it to dance and move, which it's been doing. These ones that you have in the camera, they're slightly moving, and that's what you want your jewelry to do. You want it to have that movement and not be static when you're wearing it.
Yes, and I love, as you are moving, exactly what Caroline is saying. You're going to have all the security because there is this really nice catch clasp here, so everything is going to be locked into place really beautifully. And then this is stationary, but it is done in a way that allows you to still get a bit of that movement here. So really gorgeous metal play in that sterling silver. And then of course, that Sleeping Beauty turquoise design that gives you all of that payoff. And we were speaking before, Caroline, about how rare Sleeping Beauty turquoise is. And we're going to get to a point eventually where we may not be able to find it to bring new items. It may be all sort of used up in our previous items. So now when we have this, that I think is why so many people are bringing these home.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And for those of you who know my background, I also worked with some of the biggest auction houses in the United States. And you're absolutely right, Rachel. At some point, these are only going to be found at auction on the secondary market, because there won't be any new material to make these incredible creations with, since the mine is closed. The Sleeping Beauty mine in Globe, Arizona, closed back in 2012. You know, over 10 years ago. And so what's out is out, and our collectors really seek out beautiful, fine Sleeping Beauty turquoise. So whenever we see the opportunity to get to be able to offer it, we grab up all that we can.
They are so comfortable on the ear, and I think they're also the perfect length that we're getting here. So they are going to hang down about 1 inch and almost 1 inch and a quarter. So you're looking at a really beautiful presence. And I think that that color, that interplay, and that beautiful matrix-free design that you were chatting about in the ring, you can see it from across the room, even though these aren't something that's a huge, large earring, right? You don't need the size of your ring to be the earring, right? You can use a little bit smaller version and get that wonderful sale price and still be able to see that from a whole room away.
Yeah, the proportions are great here. You know, you can see that hoop drops about halfway down, and then about halfway is that beautiful cabochon of perfect turquoise. And so it really is very pleasing design. And like you said, I like the interplay, the conversation that's going on in these earrings between that high polished rhodium plated sterling silver and that beautiful Sleeping Beauty cabochon. It's really nice, again, in the proportions that we've done with the design here.
Yeah, it truly is. And I was also reading, Caroline, on some of the items on QVC.com, you can click to a kind of a guide to gemstones, which is so fantastic. And I was reading about the kind of lore and the history and tradition of turquoise. And I learned that turquoise has long been considered a stone that brings health, good fortune, and protection from evil. So also, that could be a really beautiful sort of self-reminder to kind of bring ourselves health and protection in this beautiful Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Or if it's a gift, you can kind of gift that with that message too.
I was going to say, and earrings are such a fantastic thing to gift since you don't need to know the size like rings. You just need to know that they have pierced ears, and then you can gift earrings, which is fantastic. And you're right, turquoise has been a stone that's been beloved by humans since ancient times, right? We look back to ancient Egypt and we can see the use of turquoise in adornment. People have really loved it, and for good reason, because it's such an incredible color, but it doesn't occur in very many places on the earth. You need a very arid, very dry climate. And so that's why turquoise is really only found in the Middle East. And then, of course, in the southwest of the United States, which is where the Sleeping Beauty mine is or was, since it no longer operates.
And now no longer operating. So we are so happy that we did have a parcel that the wonderful folks at Affinity were able to find and able to offer to us here at QVC. We now have 40 remaining, and that is going to be it for these beautiful earrings. Remember, we did have both a silver and a yellow option, but we are only down to the silver, and only 40 pair remain at that silver. $56 will get this one home. If that helps you bring it home a bit more affordably, you can do that over the course of the next 5 months on any major credit card. And Caroline, it's such a wonderful sale price right now where we're saving $53. I would imagine for anyone out there who's interested in Sleeping Beauty turquoise and is just looking for that perfect piece, do you anticipate that prices, as the demand kind of continues and the amount that we have lessens, is that price likely going to go up? Have we seen that?
Yeah, well, it's certainly very possible. You are absolutely right. And we used to have entire hours of Sleeping Beauty turquoise on QVC.
Wow.
And we haven't had one in a very long time. We had maybe one last year is all I can remember. And so that right there tells you a little something, that it's getting less and less the quantities that we are able to get and to present on air.
Yeah, okay, very good, helpful to know. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for all of your expertise. We want to thank the wonderful Michelle Lau as well. Thank you for bringing us all of your knowledge. Caroline, have a really great rest of your night.
Thank you, Rachel. Great to spend time with you.
You as well. Make sure you check out of your cart, my friends. This is getting limited. 40 now remain. So give us a call, 800-500-7590 for those beautiful Sleeping Beauty turquoise earrings or that beautiful Sleeping Beauty ring. You can also go to QVC.com, toggle over to items recently on air, go to QVC2, and you can shop backwards throughout the show and see all of the expiring prices and sale prices that we have available for you.